That was easy. Wow, it's so clean. Right, 6.6 k's to go. Welcome to a very calm September morning. We've got no swell. We've got no wind forecast until at least 3 o'clock. So we're heading out for a dream fish, the Hapuku. We're going to head about 7 kilometers out. Here's hoping that it stays glassy and we can get out to that 80 to 90 meter mark where I have never been before. Sun's just coming up over the horizon. Fingers crossed. Right, well, we're just passing the island now and conditions are still mint. So we've got, I think, another 3 or so k's before we start getting into the 80 meter mark. We'll keep an eye on the sounder as we go, maybe find a mark or two on the way out. Whew. It's gonna be a long paddle. Oh shit. Right, so we're out here in 76 meters and we've got a pretty good amount of sign coming through now, so we're just gonna get a few baits set up and have a few drops here. It's only 7:15, so it's about an hour's paddle to get out here. Now we've just got to contend with what sort of current we've got. Shouldn't be too bad, but I've got a much heavier sinker than normal just so we can keep in contact with the bottom a bit better. We've got a wide range of species we could find out here. Most likely Cherokee, but a lot of things we could catch out here that we don't normally. Alright, this is going to be our puka baits. We'll probably head out a little bit further as well to do a few drifts over. Little hook at the bottom as well, just in case there's something tasty on the bottom. And should we go for a 10 ounce for a start, I think. Righto, puka bait's going down. Well, who knows what this could be. I've got 2 big baits and a little one. And we're hooked up in 73 meters, so who knows? Hopefully it's something nice to eat and we'll secure something for dinner. Oh, big one! Yeah, boy! Big solid gurney. Cannot complain with gurnard like that, even when we're dropping for other things. I think the other rod's gonna get hit soon. Coming over a bit more sign. Well, we're hooked up again, this time at about 68. Hopefully maybe a Cherokee or something pretty heavy, but I do have a 8 ounce sinker on there. Another gurnard. Oh, they're big. Oh yes, boys. They're all pretty solid. Head out a bit deeper in a little bit if we're catching too many of these. Though a big bait did get taken, which is good. Spiny dog. Haven't seen one of you guys in a while. Massive amount of sign. Look at it. Huge. Nothing really holding it in particular, but it's worth dropping on. I know there's been puka here before, that people have caught. That's probably going to be my best sort of mark close to home. Well, fairly close. Look how far out I am. About 7 k's from shore. Alright, we'll do a little drift here. See if we can't pick up another couple of fish and then keep paddling. There we go. Foot all the way to the top. Spiny. Mackie's down deep. All the way down there, eh? I think I'm going to put you down as a live bait. There's the one around, it'll eat that.
It didn't take long and that live bait got eaten.
It's just gonna be a nightmare, isn't it? Look out, bird. You don't want to get near this thing.
After that dogfish, I managed to hook up to a couple of better fish.
Better. Oi, get out of it. Better.
At about lunchtime, we heard a big pod of dolphins behind us. A few of the stragglers from the massive pod decided to join us for a little bit of a look, and it was great to see some of these mammals out in their natural environment. After that very cool experience, the rods went back down and I was soon hooked up to another fish.
Carpet shark. Hey. Oh, that's a stonker. Happy with that. Well, pretty big. Cannot complain with that though. Right, now that my bait's been whacked off, let's get on the move. We're going to go down to the wreck. So we're just moving along the 86 metre mark, keeping an eye out for if there's anything down there. I've seen a heck of a lot of bait and they seem to all be jack mackerel, which I'd assume that's what the puka would be feeding on if they were in here. I haven't found any reef, so that's the current issue that I'm trying to solve. And we're going to do that by heading down to the wreck. And there is the odd fish pulled off this wreck from time to time. So we'll give it a crack. We're probably the first person ever on a kayak to make it to the Saraban. We're just sitting over it now. I've got a bait on the bottom. I've got to be a bit careful about where I place these baits because I don't want to be right in the middle of it. otherwise I might get hung up on it. The only real bit of structure out here, so I thought I better give it a chance. Hooked up. Yep. Derek, let's go. There's one. Yep, it's in the bin. There's a fair old amount of weight there. Yeah, nice. Bet there's more down there too. It's a long way down. What a nice terror, yes. Around the other line, but that's all good. Seems to be only around it once. I will be taking every one of these that I can get. Two terrors. I will not complain with these off the kayak when I've put in so much effort. Might bin up on these and go do something else. Alright, drop number 2. First one, 2 teraki. See what the second drop produces. Straight in. Nice fish.
After getting those 3 fish pretty quickly, the fishing slowed down pretty significantly. Went 3 drifts without catching a single fish, and then a few drifts after I managed to pick up a couple of sea perch.
Took a couple more drifts, but hooked into another fish. Here he comes. Too bloody gurnard, eh? That is a weird one after nothing. I think he's alright. Well, if he's of size, I'm going to have to keep him, I think.
I popped both of those gurnard into the bin as they'd embolized from the pressure change out of 87 metres. I decided to pull the pin and pull in the drift chute and start heading in a bit closer to land. On my way in, I bumped into one of my mollymawk mates from the trip previous. He seemed to be pretty interested in what I was having for afternoon tea.
Well, can't get any better than this. All day glass out.
After 11 hours on the water and over 30 kilometres covered, it was time to get back on dry land.
turtle.
So overall, this mission was a pretty big success. I headed out further than I'd ever headed out to sea before on the kayak off this coast. I took home a huge amount of fish, and most of it was bycatch because I wasn't targeting them. But it was great to still get a bunch of fish into the freezer for the next few weeks, and I hope to see you all back out there soon.